All right. Let's fucking dive right into this. So we're not gonna. We're just gonna watch what the dev says in Marshall's video for purpose of this, and then I'm gonna talk more on it directly after that finishes. Let's dive in.
You're gonna shed a few tears with this one. So here's Eve's.
And I have a surprise for you. Yeah. Something
Kind of
very
excited
recent. I
Marshall
was
did.
so curious about it that I tested it 2 a.m. to make sure like it was really in and that I could mention it in this talk right now. But we took like, a Nerf hammer, but imagine like a gigantic mole, like a morning star or something, a war hammer to the knees and the elbows. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a long list. Let me see if I can get it all.
Okay.
So first of all, the built-in evasion that the knees have, because you move your head back a little bit, that's gone. So now the hooks and the uppercuts can hit you, and we made sure it wouldn't look wonky. Yeah, it looks like almost wonky in the worst case scenarios because we actually have new animations for the knees, and the new animation for the back knee. I don't know if you've seen it. I love it. Has the fighter leaning back even more, but the punches still look plausible reaching further ahead when they do that. So the reason we didn't do this change before, it was like this like blew out during like late UFC 4, and it would be too risky to change, and then suddenly the animations break and fighters fly away. That kind of thing can happen. But now with a somewhat of a fresh start in UFC 5, we had the time to do it and examine it,
Notice he says somewhat of a fresh start. Somewhat, even he knows.
see if it breaks, and so far it's looking great. So that evasion is gone. I think that is the main thing. That was the most OP element. Now the combos from the knees to the elbows and the elbows to the knees were slowed, and not by a little bit. They were slowed a lot, to a point where we were like, how much can we slow it without it looking weird? And then we did it. Yeah, and it looks like the fighter throws one strike and settles to throw the other strike, which makes it look like it's plausible, like the second strike is gonna have power. Whereas before, they would rush from one strike to the other, almost like they were just trying to touch the opponent with the second strike. So it should now look more plausible and not be nearly as powerful. The knee itself, only the rear knee. I suppose you're familiar with how the lead knee is actually not that fast because it has a shift. So the rear knee itself, just as base speed, which is something that is surprisingly hard to change, like risky to change, because if you make certain things too slow, then you feel like you have a dead input, right? But for the rear knee, we very carefully made it slower, and it still looks plausible and feels okay. We made it a bit slower, significantly, but a bit. 4 frames, I think. And the elbow to elbow combos were also slowed down a bit. Yeah, those ones, there isn't much room to slow them a lot, but we slowed them down a bit. And they look plausible. And they shouldn't be that strong. They're supposed to be strong up close, and that's the only time you can use them. But they probably won't be as overwhelming as before.
So necessarily will the turning down the speed and shit of the knees and elbows, like frame wise, will make it obviously harder to spam. I'm not gonna lie, this side by side, this is like the third time I watched this video. The side by side of the elbows look exactly the same to me. I don't see the speed difference at all. It looks exactly the same to me. Fucking roast me in the comments if it looks different to you, but it looks so similar to me. I the thing about working this hard to get rid of the elbow knee spam when you've literally created an entire exploit mess with the new submission system. I don't know. Everything. There's always gonna be something that gets spammed on the stand up, right? Especially by noobs. Like I know there's high level players out there that spam knee elbows, and we all get mad of knee elbow spammers. I get knee elbow spammed all the time. Trust, I've almost cried before, but like I just don't see how their priorities are backwards. Even Eves doesn't know. Even Eves knows it's not a different game because he said somewhat fresh start. You see that? You see that? Man, chat, you guys too. Like, I don't know why they're focusing now on the knee elbow spam. Hasn't it always been a problem? Why are you focusing now on it? You should focus on a lot of other things. However, I'm glad. I'm happy. If this actually works and there's no more knee elbow spams, bye-bye Pitu. Pitu's not going to be in the top 100 ever again. But, like, yeah, I mean, I guess this is a good thing. But, like, there's still other shit that needs to get, like, tweaked, brother. Like, I don't know, man. We still have the thigh clinch spam. That's true. He didn't say anything about that getting slowed down. Pitu's still gonna find a way. Pitu's still gonna be a top 100. Fuck. Man, if y'all new to the YouTube, smash that subscribe button down below. Hit the thumbs up. It was a banger. It was a banger. Leave some comments too how you feel about the spam getting nuked. I'll see y'all later. Hey.